LinkedIn just sent you a notification that someone in your network got promoted. Then another one. Then 14 more. Apparently every single person you've ever met is now a vice president of something. The economy is in shambles, but LinkedIn exists in a parallel dimension where everyone is thriving, grateful, and just a little bit humbled. Humbled. That word is doing more heavy lifting on LinkedIn than any actual employee at any of these companies. I'm humbled to announce has become the opening line of a very specific genre of fiction. Someone just got handed a massive raise, a corner office, and a title with the word chief in it. The emotion they chose to perform: humility, as if the promotion committee broke into their house at 3 a.m. and held them at gunpoint. We're making you Senior Vice President of Global Strategy. Please, no. I'm just a simple folk who loves spreadsheets. The crying face emoji next to these announcements deserves its own analysis. Actual tears. Posted next to news that you're now earning $240,000 a year, the implication is that success arrived so unexpectedly, so against all odds, that the only rational response is to weep openly on a professional networking site. These people aren't crying. They rehearsed this post in the shower, and the structure of these posts follows a template so rigid it could be a legal document. Paragraph 1, the humble shock. Paragraph 2, the origin story, always involving some vague hardship. 7 years ago, I was sleeping on my cousin's couch with $11 in my bank account. Paragraph 3, the gratitude list. Every manager they've ever had, their incredible team, their spouse mentioned last, as if they're an afterthought the algorithm requires. Paragraph 4, the forward-looking corporate poetry. Excited for what's next. What's next is another post like this in 18 months. But the promotion posts are just the surface layer. Beneath them lives a much stranger ecosystem. The motivational parables, you've seen them. Someone got into an Uber, and the driver said something so profound it restructured their entire understanding of leadership. My Uber driver told me the road is like business. Sometimes you take a detour, but you always reach the destination. This conversation absolutely did not happen. The driver asked them to confirm the address, and they sat in silence for 22 minutes checking their phone. But on LinkedIn, every service worker is a wandering philosopher dispensing boardroom wisdom between stops. The taxi driver, the barista, the janitor who said something that changed everything. LinkedIn has built an entire literary genre around putting inspirational quotes into the mouths of working-class people who definitely did not say those things. It's ventriloquism disguised as gratitude. And it always ends the same way. I tipped him 100% and told him he should be a CEO. Sure you did. Then there are the essays about meetings, 90-second interactions inflated into 12-paragraph epics about leadership, vulnerability, and the human condition. Last Tuesday, my manager asked me how I was doing. She actually meant it. In that moment, I understood what real leadership looks like. That was a greeting. She was being polite. You've turned a hallway pleasantry into a TED Talk, and somehow 4,000 people agreed with you. Which brings us to the agree phenomenon. 2 words that have generated more engagement on LinkedIn than any business insight in the platform's history. Someone posts a take so generic it could be printed on a dentist's office poster. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And then adds, agree at the bottom. And thousands of people do agree, apparently, because the comment section fills with variations of so true and fire emojis. The bar for intellectual discourse has been lowered so far it's now underground. You could post, breathing is important for staying alive, agree? And collect 600 reactions before lunch. The engagement bait has evolved though. It's gotten more sophisticated, or at least it thinks it has. The new format is the controversial opinion that is actually the safest possible take. Unpopular opinion. Companies should treat their employees like human beings. Stunning bravery. Someone had to say it. You've risked everything by suggesting that people deserve basic dignity. The comment section erupts in support, because who's going to argue against that? The format creates the illusion of courage while saying absolutely nothing that any reasonable person would dispute. And beneath all of this, an entire economy has formed. The LinkedIn coaches. People selling courses on how to post on LinkedIn. Think about that for a moment, and then immediately stop thinking about it, because it will damage you. Someone is charging $497 to teach you the optimal time to post a humble bragging essay about your promotion. There are webinars, frameworks, content calendars for a website that is supposed to be where you upload your resume. Master the LinkedIn algorithm in 30 days. The algorithm rewards posts about crying after getting promoted. That's the course. That's all of it. Pay me. These coaches post screenshots of their own engagement metrics as proof that their system works. This post got 50,000 impressions. Yes, because you posted a photo of yourself pretending to think near a window at a co-working space with the caption, "The best investment you can make is in yourself." That's a fortune cookie with a profile picture. And now you're selling the recipe for the fortune cookie to other people who will then sell the recipe to more people. It's a pyramid scheme made of motivational platitudes. The profile photos alone tell the story of a platform in crisis. Everyone is crossing their arms and smiling in front of a gradient background, or leaning against a wall, looking approachable yet authoritative, or pointing at nothing. Who told all these people to point? Is there a LinkedIn photo consultant telling grown adults to extend their index finger toward an imaginary chart that exists just off camera? The photos all say the same thing. I am a professional who does professional things, and here is my face proving it. The hashtag strategy is its own comedy. Every post ends with a cluster of tags that reads like someone threw a business dictionary at a wall. Hashtag leadership. Hashtag growth mindset. Hashtag authenticity. That last one is doing the most work because nothing screams authenticity like strategically tagging your performative vulnerability essay for maximum algorithmic reach. Meanwhile, the people who actually use LinkedIn for its intended purpose, finding a job, are drowning. Their applications disappear into a void while the feed serves them another post from a thought leader explaining what they learned from getting fired. Getting fired on LinkedIn is never a failure. It's always a redirection, a blessing in disguise. Best thing that ever happened to me. The platform has made it impossible to express a genuine negative emotion. Everything is a lesson, every setback is a setup, every catastrophe is just content waiting to be harvested. The commenting culture deserves a special mention. LinkedIn comments are written by people who seem to believe that engagement is a professional obligation. Great post, John. Really resonated with me. Did it though? Did a 4-sentence parable about a taxi driver genuinely resonate with your lived experience? Or did you comment because you've been told that commenting on other people's posts increases your own visibility? The entire ecosystem runs on performative mutual admiration. Everyone is congratulating everyone else for saying things that don't need to be said, about experiences that probably didn't happen, using emotions they don't actually feel. The I'm delighted to share posts about basic career events have reached a level of ceremony usually reserved for royal weddings. Someone completed an online certificate that took 4 hours and the announcement reads like they've been awarded the Nobel Prize. After months of hard work and dedication, I'm thrilled to announce that I've completed the Google Analytics beginner course. The post has a professional photo attached. There are paragraphs. People in the comments are saying, "Well deserved," about something that has a 98% completion rate. And here's where it all collapses into something genuinely strange. Everyone on LinkedIn knows the posts are performative. The people writing them know. The people reacting to them know. The coaches teaching people to write them definitely know. And yet the performance continues day after day because the platform has created an incentive structure where sincerity is punished and theatre is rewarded. Post a genuine update about your career, started a new job, it's fine, and the algorithm buries it. Post a 12-paragraph saga about how your Uber driver taught you the meaning of resilience, add a crying emoji and agree at the bottom, and you'll reach 50,000 strangers who are all pretending to be moved. The platform has become a costume party, where everyone came dressed as a successful person, and the music stopped hours ago, but nobody wants to be the first to take off the mask. Somewhere underneath all the humblebrags and the parable posts and the crossed-arm headshots, there's a website that was built to help people find jobs. That website is gone. In its place stands a content mill powered by insecurity and engagement metrics, where adults perform the idea of professional success for an audience that's doing the exact same thing back at them. Every one of them humbled. Every one of them grateful. Every one of them typing "agree" into the void and waiting for the void to agree.